Hello everyone, my name is Sue Ross and I'm Director of Admissions for Tulane University School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine. Welcome to today's interview. Our topic today is Ebola, and my guest today is a current MD, PhD student, Austin Jones. Hello Austin, thank you for joining us.
Hi Sue.
Hi, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome.
My name is Austin Jones. As Sue said, I'm a current MD, PhD student here at Tulane. A little bit about me, I grew up in Southern California, and for undergrad I went to UC Berkeley in 2009. I did degrees in genetics and environmental science, and then I actually took a 2-year gap year before coming here to Tulane, where I spent most of that time living in Panama, and I worked with a non-governmental organization delivering healthcare to indigenous population, and that was what fueled my inspiration for tropical medicine. I came here to New Orleans in 2015 doing the combined MD and MPH program in tropical medicine. And over my time here at Tulane, I loved public health so much, and I was luckily awarded an NIH training grant which pushed me to do a PhD in epidemiology, which I started last year, and couldn't have made a better decision to be here at Tulane, and right now I've been here for 5 years in total.
Well, Austin, you may not know that I am also an alumna of tropical medicine, receiving my master's in 2009.
Really? Oh, I did not know that.
So it's great to meet a fellow alumnus.
Absolutely.
I understand that you are a recipient of the Kean Fellowship. How did you find out about that opportunity?
Yeah, definitely. So the Kean Fellowship is an award given by the American Society of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene, and it's named after Ben Kean, a tropical medicine specialist and American physician, and it is specifically awarded to medical students who want to gain experience working internationally, and either through clinically or through a research opportunity. And so it's awarded once a year, and it comes with round-trip airfare to a country of low and middle income country of the student's choosing, where this experience is set up, as well as a $1,000 stipend to live off of, to either conduct research or to do a clinical experience. And I first heard about this opportunity when I matriculated to Tulane, specifically in the tropical medicine department, where it's widely known. And my mentor, Dr. Latha Rajan, told me about it early on, and how a previous Tulane student in 2016, Brady Page, he was awarded this fellowship and went to Papua New Guinea. So it had been in the back of my mind for a few years now, and then the opportunity presented itself to go work in Africa, and I was luckily enough to be awarded the opportunity in this grant mechanism to fund my travels.
Okay, and I believe you worked with the World Health Organization.
Yes.
Correct. And tell us a little bit more about that.
Mm-hmm. So I worked as an intern with the World Health Organization, specifically in their Africa regional office, which is located in Brazzaville, Congo. And I worked with Ebola preparedness. And this was last summer during about the height and about 1 year after the declaration of the Ebola outbreak in North Kivu and Ituri in eastern Congo. And so I was really fortunate to be given the opportunity to come and work in Congo in their headquarters, working more on preparedness. And so mainly not necessarily the response in the epicenter, but in their headquarters, working with other colleagues, dealing with preparing neighboring countries for if Ebola were to come over the border, specifically systems to screen for Ebola, and if they were to find a case, to manage and quarantine these cases and prevent the spread of Ebola outside the outbreak zone.
So no working directly with Ebola yourself?
No
right?
clinical working with Ebola. Maybe one day in the future, but at this point it was more behind the scenes, more health policy and systems, and working with and preparation for the neighboring countries that had not experienced the outbreak yet, and making sure that we kept it that way, that Ebola cases were not spreading outside of eastern Congo.
Well, what an exciting experience. Do you feel that your work here at Tulane and in the School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine How did it prepare you for this opportunity?
Absolutely, yeah. I couldn't have done it without Tulane. It helped me in a variety of ways. I think first, obviously, the coursework and what I was learning here at Tulane. First, in the tropical medicine department, working with tropical diseases, Ebola, and other viral hemorrhagic fevers. That gave me a really good foundation for the content and what the pathogen was. And then also in epidemiology, working in research design and analysis, that gave me skills that could make me marketable and useful for a team in Congo. And in addition, it also helped me, Tulane gave me the opportunity to meet colleagues, faculty members that had affiliations with Ebola and with the WHO, specifically a former faculty member, Dr. Dan Bausch. He was an individual professor who I looked up to and met really early on in my career here at Tulane, who left Tulane to go work at the WHO and is an expert in viral hemorrhagic fevers. So he was able to coordinate and help me meet colleagues there who I would then be training with. So a combination of coursework, faculty, but also there was a direct mechanism for me to use this opportunity and translate that into degree requirements. So before leaving, I was doing my capstone projects for the MPH and TM. One of these requirements was the public health analysis. So I worked with my advisor and we decided on a topic of analyzing the current barriers to outbreak resolution for the Ebola outbreak. By this point, it had been going on for 1 year. And I was very interested on what is preventing the resolution, what is making this outbreak so unique. So that was my public health analysis that really allowed me to dive in, really understand the outbreak and its complexities before arriving in Congo and being on the ground. And then also the practicum requirement, which is a hands-on experience for the MPH that allowed me to use this opportunity and get direct credit and apply it towards graduation.
It certainly sounds like you've been very well prepared to enter this opportunity and be a huge contributor.
I'd like to think so. I think it's one of those things where the opportunity, you can make of it as you wish. I really feel like Tulane gave me the skills of which I could contribute, and I did have ability to work with SAS and data analysis that I could use on the ground. I mean, besides having English abilities to work in translating materials, data analysis, and also just some clinical experience and other public health skills that I could use and contribute to my team working in Congo.
Well, after finishing the fellowship, what do you feel you've gained from that experience?
A lot. First, I think the largest thing would be public health and practice. This was a unique experience where you can learn so much in the classroom, but you can really use it and see its use in real time in an area of interest to me specifically. So I used those skills I had at Tulane, but I also acquired new skills outside of the classroom here. One of which I gained a lot of experience in health policy, health systems. And at Tulane I was studying tropical medicine, epidemiology, biostatistics, but this really gave me a new dimension to understand public health internationally, and to understand how you can deliver healthcare and the systems in place to make sure countries are ready to handle an outbreak, that we have health systems in place to screen and treat patients for Ebola. I also got experience working with GIS, Geographic Information Systems, just an early exposure, but that was enough to really understand how you can use this powerful program to understand spatial movements with respect to health and Ebola and how Ebola is moving around the region. So I'd say these hard skills, but also working experience in a developing country. I did get some clinical experience working not within Ebola clinic, but in the clinic in Congo, getting more medical experience to balance public health, and also working in French and gaining foreign language experience as well.
Very many rich experiences. How do you think this impacts your career development?
I think it really confirmed my passion for what I want to do. So at Tulane, I'm doing infectious disease epidemiology, and medically, I'm aiming to specialize in emergency medicine. And they're not the most similar, but I think this really gave an opportunity to show how they can be combined, specifically in these public health emergencies, working in an acute outbreak setting and a public health disaster such as this Ebola outbreak really showed me that this is a career path that I really want to pursue, and showed me that this is possible. I was working with other MD PhDs daily who do this for a career, and it did inspire me to show that this was something I'm truly passionate about and something that I can very much see myself going into. And I worked with numerous colleagues, not only from the WHO, but from the CDC, the FAO, the Department of Defense, the World Food Program, and multiple all these other colleagues that I still remain in touch with and will be incredibly impactful in shaping my career moving forward.
Well, it sounds like you're building an impressive resume and CV.
I'm doing what I love, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity to go.
What advice would you have for anyone that's interested in tropical medicine or studying Ebola, any prospective students?
Absolutely. Well, tropical medicine, I will say, is what inspired me, and the number one reason I came to Tulane, and I couldn't be happier. I think it's well known that we have the preeminent tropical medicine program in the country, and so coming to Tulane, you get this very unique skill set in tropical medicine that gives you the skills to work in similar settings abroad. So I'd say that coming to Tulane offered those skills and that background, which enabled me to do this experience. But I'd say for any current Tulane students that this is an opportunity which you're absolutely qualified for, and beyond qualified for, that you would be a very well sought for candidate. So the qualifications to apply for a WHO internship are just a university degree in some public health or healthcare related field, and then you have the ability to choose from a wide variety of public health specialties, one of which I chose was emergency operations or infectious disease, but they have everything from, as you would imagine, the WHO in maternal and child health, zoonotic diseases, any realm of public health. There is an expert in the WHO working on it that is looking for a trainee to help mentor, and you can choose from a variety of offices. The largest one is headquarters in Geneva, and then or you can choose what I did myself as one of the regional offices. So they have regional offices for most of the continents. So mine was regional office for Africa. They have for the Americas, Europe, Asia, the South Pacific, and then they have a variety of other country offices as well. So there's a large variety of specialties you can choose from, offices based on size and foreign language abilities that really make this opportunity what you really want to create it. And I found out as of this year, they actually do offer a small stipend to help trainees fund their experience, or else one could look for external funding like I did through the Kean Fellowship.
Thank you. That sounds very amazing. I thank you for sharing all this valuable information with us. Can you tell us what are your next steps for your near future?
So right now I'm focused on finishing my degrees. I'm right now purely on PhD dedicated study. I'll be resuming my last year of medical school come spring. And so looking right now in the near future to finish my studies here at Tulane, and then afterwards I'll be applying to a residency in emergency medicine for 4 years to continue on my path to become a physician.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Austin, thank you for sharing this information with us and for taking time out of your busy schedule to come join us. It's very valuable to our prospective students. And you're a valued member of Tulane.
Oh, thank you.
And we love having you here.
Thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure being here. Thanks, Sue.
All right, thank you. That's Austin Jones. I'm Sue Ross. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.